What's going on, lifers? The boys are back. It's 2018. They're coming back with a new attitude, new focus, new SoundCloud link, new episode. This is episode 62. How y'all doing out there? How you doing, Freddy?
I'm great.
You great?
Amazing.
Yes. Well, Freddy starting the year off pretty nice. That's good. Keep the positive attitude, man. That'll help our listeners.
2018,
son.
Town to...
what did you leave in 2017?
Absolutely fucking nothing. I ain't one of those new year, new me niggas.
Yeah. You ain't one of them niggas?
Nah, man.
You ain't one of them bitches?
If you wasn't doing it last year, you wasn't doing it at all.
Actually, it's not true. You started something and we're trying to take it to the next level, as we said last episode.
I'm not leaving anything. I'm just trying to get better.
Exactly.
I hate people that need Monday to start. Why don't you start today, now?
That's very true. How was your Christmas compared to your New Year's? Which one did you prefer? Which one was better for you?
They were both different. I spent Christmas with family. Spent New Year's partying. I haven't done that in years, so it was dope. I had a good time. I got harassed by cops. I wasn't really harassed. I just had a situation with the cops on New Year's Eve.
We'll get there. We'll talk about it.
That's about it, man. I mean, that's not about it. That's what I did. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time this year. It was dope.
My Christmas was kind of whack. Didn't do much. Mostly dinner with the family. We did that at my mom's house. Then we went back home, and the next day we went to my girl's family's house. But New Year's this year was somewhat a bit better, just because of the fact that I went to my mom's house and I slept in my old room with my small little family, and my brothers did the same thing. It was the first time that in a long time that we were all in the same house with mom, eating, talking, and just chilling as a family. So that was a cool vibe. Obviously, January 1st had to hit that soup jumu, know what I mean? Hit that a few times. Then it was the regular things, lasagna, lambi, all that stuff that we had for food.
Lasagna's not regular. We're just Americanized.
I guess, man. We come out here and we eat everything. Yo, my mom makes pâté chinois sometimes.
What?
Fucking shepherd's pie. Pâté chinois.
Oh.
My mom makes that. That's a typical Quebecer meal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my mom used to make that shit. Now she doesn't make it so much. But, yeah, she used to make it. So, yeah, we do make American dishes dishes. Canada and Montreal is a melting pot of so many cultures. So, we take from one another. Yeah, you have some Quebecers that sweat you to want to learn how to make griot.
Wherever you go, you have to assimilate.
I guess. But, yeah, New Year's was pretty good. Like I said, I chilled with the family. But, yeah, you were saying that you had an altercation or something happened?
Yeah, so on New Year's night, we went out to this, like a couples thing. We went out to this place, Subois, actually Richie's spot.
Okay.
Of course, that was on our show. Yo, it was so cold that night, bro.
Yo, just before you get into your story,
30, man. Oh,
the past few weeks have been horrible.
Let me tell you how cold it was. It's so cold. It was so cold that today at minus 16, it felt like minus 5.
I'm telling you.
That's how fucking cold it was.
I didn't come out with no scarf. I didn't have no gloves today. I felt like today is a cool day.
And it's minus 16. And it
feels like minus 25 or something like that.
Yo.
Maybe not 25, but 22 at least.
But the days before, oh my God.
Yo, we hit minus 40, bro.
Yo. I've never seen it this cold this early into the winter.
It was stupid. Yo, so many cars didn't start right the next morning. A lot of cars were
Real niggas got starters.
Hey, I don't got no starters. My car this car doesn't have a starter. But hey,
it should be illegal not to have a starter, to be honest, because it's way too cold.
It was stupid. Yo, one day I drove home I felt like the car didn't heat up the whole time I drove home. Yeah. Like, I got stupid. Like, I went to Walmart, bought more coolant. I was like, yo, I got to fix this shit because tomorrow I can't deal with this. I was frozen. And you know me. Oh, just fucking light, no winter boots, like a light jacket. Yeah. In the car, I was cold.
I couldn't do it this year. And I don't know if it's I'm just getting older, but I just can't do this for the rest of my life. I don't know about anybody else. There's no way I'm doing this till I die. I'm not dying in this country. There's no way.
Hey, a few years ago, I keep repeating that story, but when we went to Miami, when he took a nigga to Miami for the first time he ever went there, it was in December. It was, what was it? What was the event of the weekend again? Art Basel.
Art Basel.
And we were there, and every day I'm like, yo, Fred, we're February 6th. Not February. We're December 6th. Do you realize that we're on the beach in our shorts? Yo, Fred, we're December 7th. Every day, like, even when we went to your aunt's house, I'm like, yo, Fred, there's a mango tree in the backyard, nigga. We're in December. It's just some days, like last week, I was like, why the hell did our parents come to Montreal? Why the fuck?
Ew.
But when you think of it, I'd rather be in fucking Montreal than to be in the United States.
I don't.
Hell yeah, I do, bro. You don't?
No, I don't.
With all the bullshit that you see going on in the U.S. before the past 2 years.
I know a lot of people living great lives.
Historically, like, in the U.S.
I know a lot of people living great lives in the U.S. and I never go through any bullshit. This is not worth it. This cold, no. It's not worth it.
Yo, even Toronto don't got it as bad as we do.
Nope. There was zero snow in New York like last week.
Yo,
I don't know about now, but
when it was cold for us, it was like minus 10 for them. But when it was like minus 40 for us, it was minus 10 for them. It's only like 7 hours away.
I can't do this anymore.
Yo, but yeah, get into your story with the cops.
So we get there. Speaking of cold, like the 5 minutes that we had to wait till we got in, wow, it was cold. I really thought about going back home. But anyway, we get in. And probably like around, so we go through the countdown. Everything is beautiful. Everything is lovely. Niggas is chilling. I'm looking like super dapper. You know what I mean? No, actually, I wasn't looking dapper. That next day, I was looking fresh.
All right.
That
humble
day,
brag.
Humble. This ain't humble, nigga. Yo, I was looking like a 70s mobster. I got the turtleneck, the leather jacket, the leather bomber jacket.
All right.
You know what I mean? The nice jeans, the nice shoes. Nice, my nigga.
All right.
Anyway, so then cops come through the club as they usually do. You know, in Montreal, if you had either a hip hop party,
they came
or
and fuck with
party,
you in the club.
They came to the club.
All right,
So
cool.
they went through, and there was a section where we were at. It was a mixed crowd, right? But the section we were at was mostly black guys, Arab guys,
Hood niggas.
Yeah, I guess you can take it there. We'll take it there.
All right.
But everybody was having a great time, man. It was fun. You know what I mean? So then they come through, they start grilling dudes, talking to dudes, and there's dudes that they see every week, so they're joking around with some dudes. At this point, if you're gonna see somebody every week, might as well, get friendly with them. So I go to the bathroom while they're doing all this. On my way back, they're walking out, and I'm crossing them, and there's about 10 of them. So there's this one cop, the one black cop that's with them. I guess he's biracial because he didn't look fully black. He stops me he was all like excited, not excited, but he wanted to stop. Like he saw me, spotted me, and boom, he went for me. He was like, hey, and politely, can I get your ID? And I was like, why? It's like, cause we're IDing everybody. And I was like, no, you're not. Like, yeah, we are. We're just going through people and we're just getting our IDs. Want to make sure everybody are who they say they are. But I was like, but there's a bunch of people around me. Why you want to ID me? Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, you were in there, so now we were outside, so now I have a chance to ID you. So I'm like, you're fucking lying. I tell him straight up, you're lying. You're IDing me. You want to ID me because I'm black. I'm the only black person here around a bunch of people, and you just happen to fall on me just because. And anyway,
Freddie pulled out the black card. Always shitting on me for mentioning the black sheep.
That wasn't the black card. That was clearly what it was.
All right.
So, because I told him like, there's a bunch of other male. If you don't want to target females, there's a bunch of other males here, and you passed a bunch of them, but you stopped on me. Why is that? He's like, well, because we need to ID people. I was like, no, it's because it's black. Because I'm black. That's the only reason why. Stop lying. Tell the truth if you're gonna stop me. And he's like, well, no, I'm black also. I really felt I gave him the really nigga face. Come on, man. Like, first off, he didn't look black, and he's not. Whether you're light skinned, dark skinned, whatever, biracial, you're not blacker than me. But come on,
nigga, you light skinned, nigga.
You
light skinned, nigga.
If he didn't tell me he was black, I couldn't tell.
Keep going.
So as he's taking my card, I tell him, like, isn't it a fucking shame that you're the only black cop here and I'm the only black guy here at this moment right now, and you're the one that decided to stop me? And then he was just like, no, it was just, he had no excuse, so he was just rambling and making stuff up as he was going. And he gave my card back, and I told him, fuck you very much, and I just walked away.
Oh, he didn't do nothing?
Nah. I saw him the next night too, but he didn't recognize me. I guess that we all look alike at that.
You're lucky. I thought that he probably, because you seem to have kept pushing. One of his friends or comrades would have start pushing on you.
Because they do this all the time. So at this point, unless you're doing something crazy, they're not gonna stop you. Like, this is every time I go out, I see and I don't go out that much, so it's not a coincidence. Obviously, anybody that goes out a lot will tell you that they do this every time. If it's, again, it's not necessarily a black party now at this point. If it's a hip hop party, they will come through. And I'm thinking on New Year's, like, have a little restraint. Like, give a nigga one night to chill and party without seeing cops. And then they came through. But as I said, because I actually posted this on Facebook, what people don't understand is when they, and this is a fact, when they actually take your name down and ID you, it's not for no reason. And you know this, actually, yeah. They put you in the system.
Yeah. They stopped you and you were with such and such person, doing such and such things.
And now in this system, you're part of, in their system, you're gang related.
So you think you have no criminal record? Nope. You think you're clean and shit? And nope, the cops got a file on you.
Exactly.
It might not be official.
It might just be your name,
but they got a file. They got some data. They know who your friends are, where you hang, what set you may claim.
And trust me, they connect the dots.
Yeah, hell yeah, they do.
These days, they probably just need to put it into the computer, and the computer and link you to one person and link to everyone else through the 6 degrees of separation.
But I'm surprised that you kept pushing and nothing happened. Because remember when we were in college, and shout out to Dave. Dave is right here taping us, and he was there in college with us. One day after school, remember, I don't know if you remember, it was me, you, and our buddy Eddie. And we were walking to the metro. It was cold as hell that day too. So we bought a 2-liter of soda like real niggas do. You know what I mean? We broke $2, got a 2-liter to drink. We wanted to drink that shit. We thought of drinking that shit in the building by the metro. I don't remember why, but I just touched the door of the building. The door was locked. So we kept walking. We got in the metro and the cops came to us and like intercepted us and said, hey guys, what were you guys doing trying to go in the building? I'm like, yeah, we're trying to drink this soda, so I just tried to open the door. All right, guys, so give me your IDs. So we start pulling our IDs, and I think Idlin probably was talking, because like Idlin usually does, talking extra to the cop, and the cop answered, and we kept pulling out our cards. Silence, right? Then the cop, for no reason, insults one of us. I forgot who. And while I have my wallet in my hand and the card halfway out of the wallet, I'm like, yeah, we're going to give you the cards, but you don't have to insult anyone here. And that's when he dropped everything. And he was with an intern that day.
There was one of them was black.
No.
You sure?
No, they were both white. It was an official cop with an intern, and he just
a cadet,
whatever, but he had no uniform on.
It's a cadet, yeah.
So he just drops everything, just takes me and fucking checks me to the wall, and you guys obviously started snapping and started talking shit. He took you guys to the station and let me go, because after that point I wasn't pushing no more. Like I
have terrible memory. I do not remember going to the station.
He drove, like nothing happened, but he drove you guys. I'm talking, this is like literally 15 years ago.
Literally. He didn't drive us to the station. He drove us away.
Away from the metro, at least.
Yeah.
Because he said, if you keep talking, I'll take you to the station. And you guys kept talking. Yeah. And he drove you at least away from the metro.
Real niggas do, you know what I mean?
Hey. I ain't care to have no fucking criminal record. Like, we didn't get a ticket. We didn't get a ticket, but like he basically roughed us up and took you guys to the station, and I goddamn took the bus and went home. And that shit happens all the time in the hood. Like
I said, I didn't even remember that one.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch in mind. Like, if you're black living in the inner city, The chance that you haven't had an altercation with the cops are slim to none. And I'm saying black. If you're from pretty much any minority in a city, the chances are that if you haven't had an altercation with cops again, they're slim to none. They're just we're targeted pretty much.
We're
targeted.
But there are some good cops sometimes. There are definitely some good cops or cops that are not, out to get you. Like, I have this story, right, that happened to me the first time I went to Toronto. It was 2014. It was it's pitiful. I was fucking almost 30 going to Toronto for the first time in my life. But anyway, I'm driving on my way to Toronto, and for some reason, the bearing of my tire or the tire just got flat, and I was driving on the rim. Luckily for me, there was an exit right there. So I take the exit. First thing I see out the exit is a gas station. And I asked the lady, is there a garage nearby? She's like, you're lucky, buddy. It's right there. She shows me. I look to my left. I'm like, God damn, I'm lucky. I drive on the rim to the garage. I get to the garage. The garage like just opened. We left at like 8 a.m. And I think it was a weekend day. I was going to watch a basketball game. I think it was Toronto against Milwaukee. But anyway, so we get there to the garage, and they fix my shit. It takes about 2-3 hours. I get back on the highway, and now I'm so glad that I listened to my girl who told me, let's leave early. Let's not leave like you want to leave right in time for us to catch the game. That delayed us. So I start speeding on the highway. And my girl is telling me, don't speed, you're going to get a ticket. Stop speeding, you're going to get a ticket. I'm like, yo, we got to make it to that fucking game. Well, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, OPP. I cross OPP with, while I'm speeding. I try to slow down. Too late, nigga. This lights go on. They're gunning after me. So they're coming. I'm like, shit. I'm fucking going to get a fucking ticket now. All that shit. So he comes to the window and he says, well, you were going at 1:30. This is such and such amount of ticket and such and such amount of point. I'm like, sir, I wasn't going at 1:30. I was on cruise control. I know exactly I was going at 1:10. I knew clearly I was lying. Like, I was definitely speeding. I was not on cruise control.
Nigga said I was on cruise control while they clocked you at 1:30.
Hell yeah, nigga.
That's terrible.
I tried my luck, nigga.
Try better next time.
So the guy's like, yo, I don't know what you're telling me. I clocked you at this amount and, give me your ID. So he takes my ID and goes to the car. Once again, it's one cop with an intern, not two cops. I'm with my girl. The car is, I don't want to say packed, but it has a lot of stuff because I'm going to Toronto and we're going to spend like a week there. So now.
You packed a bag on one day when we went, so I can't even imagine a week.
So now the cop comes back and he knocks at the window, and this is where the story gets interesting. He knocks at the window. He says, so is this your car? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, can you please come out the car? In my mind, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? So he says, all right, please come out the car. I want to talk to you. So I come out the car. He's like, yes. So my colleague and I, we when we approached your car, we smelled a strong smell of marijuana. So what we do on this highway is we're actually trying to track people that transport large quantities of drugs from one province to the next. So we suspect that you may be transporting a lot of drugs. What we're going to do now is search your car. First off, do you have any drugs on you? I'm like, well, no, I have like maybe a joint. He's like, all right, cool. You have a joint on you? Lies. I know I have a fucking 7. I'm lying. So he's like, all right, so we're going to go and search the car. Who's that in the car? Is that your wife, your friend? I'm like, no, it's my girl. How long you been with your girl? I don't remember. Back then it was probably like 6-7 years. I'm like, all right. I'm going to go and search the car. I'm going to go and tell her, I'm going to put her in the cop car with you. You're going to go in the cop car. So now you can go in the back. I'm going to put you in the cop car. And me and my partner and I, we're going to go and search your vehicle. So he goes and gets my girl from the car while I'm in the cop car. In my mind, I'm like, shit. Like, my girl is like a square. She's not into none of that shit. So the cop gets to the car and gets to her. And obviously, I'm not there to hear what he says. All I know is that he's about to tell her to come to the car and join me. What I see my girl do, bruh, is get out the car like this. And she's just walking to the car to come and join me. The whole 10, 12 step that she does, I'm like, fuck, I'm about to hear it. Bruh, she sits in the back of the cop car with me. She does not say a word. Like a real nigga. She was thought well. Anyway.
The cop wasn't in the car with you guys?
No.
And she didn't say a word?
She didn't say a word.
That's not smart.
Why?
Because that's when she should have told you what was going on.
No, I thought she was going to curse me about all what's going on. She didn't say a damn thing in the car.
Okay.
So the cop, they search the car. I see them like they're searching the car and shit. So he comes back to me. So he's like, all right, so we didn't find anything in the car. We're going to let you sit back in the car. We still have your ID. Like I said, you were speeding. My partner and I, we're going to write up this situation and we're going to come back to you. So now I'm in my car. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get a fucking speeding ticket. I don't know what's going to happen with this weed situation that he talked to me. Mind you, right? He said he's looking for weed. He asked me if I had weed. I said I did. He didn't ask me where the weed is at. He didn't say, hand me the weed. He didn't say nothing. So he went to his car, right? And he comes back to my car. So he's like, because he had asked me why I was speeding, and I told him the fact that I went to the garage, which delayed me. So he's like, so you were going at 1:30. I'm not going to give you a ticket. Right then and there, I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on? He's like, I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm sure you don't want to have to spend $300 on a ticket on your way to the game to Toronto. I wish you, good ride to Toronto. Please slow it down. As well, I'd like to tell you that weed is not yet legal, so don't be driving and smoking. I'm like, yo, is this cop about to let me go? He still didn't ask me for the weed that I did tell him I had on me. So he's like, yeah. By the way, you have a lot of shoes, man. In my mind, I'm like, where the fuck? Oh, yeah, I have bags in the car, so I have shoes in the car. But at the same time, I'm saying that to myself in my head. I'm like, the weed that I know that I have, the like 7, which is not big, but is decently big where you would see it if it's in the bag, is in the same bag as the shoes. So he tells me, you got a lot of shoes. So when he tells me that, I don't know if he told me, nigga, I saw your weed, but I let you go. Or if he said that because he saw the shoes. So I'm like, okay. I get to the car. Well, no, he comes back again to the car and he's like, hey, so what's this car that you're driving? My car is a regular car. It's an Infinity. And I'm like, oh, because now I'm real cozy. This nigga just told me he'd let me go. He ain't asked me about the weed. I'm like, oh, it's the same car as the Maxima. It's just a Nissan. It's like Nissan. It's just a luxury version of it. I'm real cozy talking. He's like, yeah, I really like this car. It looks good in it. So anyway, man, good luck and go watch your game, man. And like I said, please don't smoke and drive.
I think it was playing mind games with you, bro.
Yo, do you understand the amount of trouble I could have gotten in if he had really looked for the weed, or maybe he saw it, maybe he didn't? If like the speeding ticket, that's a fucking pain in the ass. The points that probably would have been taken off my driver's license. I'm in another province. Like it's just more hassle. Yo, I was lucky that day, but like a real nigga, you know what I did? Roll one, got back on my way.
What's funny is every time I get in your car, I tell you, yo, this shit smell like weed. And what's the same thing you tell me every time?
Really?
Because, yo, I think at this point, your sense of smell doesn't detect weed anymore.
It's not true.
It smells a lot.
No, it doesn't.
Bruh.
It doesn't. Bro. It doesn't. And the reason why it smelled that day,
I believe the
reason why it smelled that day is because I had smoked right the night before with my brother in the car.
But that's the thing. We smoke right before the night before, every night before.
Not every night before.
You smoke right before, every night before.
Not every night before.
Your shit smells like weed a lot.
Anyway, that day, I got off scot-free. Went to Toronto, watched my game, had a great week in Toronto. First time I stepped foot in that goddamn city.
First time going to Toronto, this finna be a breeze.
Cop helped the nigga out. Yo, my girl didn't give me shit. Yo, it was beautiful.
Yeah, this shit, by the way, we're about to get great footage.
Her whole time, during, like when she would tell, because, you know, she likes to tell her friends the bullshit I put her in. Every time she says, the cop said the car smelled like weed, but I guess by now I'm fucking immune to the thing.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy.
Shout out to the cleaning guy passing by right now.
It was crazy, man.